Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the StarCraft 2 stage. An extended series for the ages here between Naniwa and Polt goes for the first time on the main stage to Coral Sky Island.
This map, very unusual. We've seen it played quite a bit in the Pro League. And oh, already we're starting to see some cool moves from Naniwa. Let's go ahead and introduce him up in the top right-hand corner. The guy who might be doing something a little sneaky.
You think?
So I'm going to have to whisper real quiet. Okay, from Team Alliance, Naniwa!
Versus his opponent, who is still up one map thanks to the extended series rule. Wants to try and keep that momentum, keep that advantage going. In the blue trunks playing Terran, CM Storm, Polt. Proxy Gateway.
You know, this doesn't necessarily have to be a two-gate Zealot cheese play. Very often we'll see players do this and build another probe. Yep, there it is. So it looks like he'll be going for 12-gate proxy rather than an 11-gate proxy. This is a fast way to get a Zealot and Stalker at your opponent's front almost immediately. Polt is known for doing some early expands, and this is one of the best ways to combat a Reaper opening. Oh, Naniwa. Oh, Naniwa's going to be in amazing shape against a Reaper opening now.
Absolutely, that is what he wants. And it's most likely what he's expecting on this particular map. Gateway goes down. One gas has been taken. As you said, no crazy 11-11 nonsense. Just a bit of pressure on the front, and a good amount too.
Third chrono boost in the main base wants to get a lot of probes up there. A lot of times players will begin saving up that chrono boost. That way they can apply the pressure right away. And it looks like there is the barracks about to finish up. Polt to be able to go straight into that Reaper and the orbital command. Yeah,
and the question I suppose is, does he go Reaper and then the reactor? Because if he does, and that Reaper's way across the map and suddenly something shows up in his base, he's not really going to have an awful lot to handle that.
Now, very often when players do this sort of frontal cheese, they'll build a cybernetics core there, they'll build everything down there because they've cut so many probes. What we're seeing out of Naniwa is he's essentially done a completely standard play. Nothing about this is really shocking in terms of when the build timings are. However, his cybernetics core is back in his main base. It's safe. Naniwa can easily take an expand after this.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that is not what you want to do in this position.
Yeah.
Oh, Polt, Engineering Bay blocking the expo that's not even going down.
No, there is no expo. That's money that he doesn't really have to be spending. Ooh, I think Polt's smelling something. He definitely is smelling something. He's got to see the gateway. Stalker's on the way, though. Can he do much about it?
Such a nice play there by Polt. I mean, he said, wait a minute. I'm building this engineering bay. You haven't even sent a probe down. I should have seen that probe. The probe should be there by 3:45, and we're at 4 minutes already.
He's going to take the Zealot out by the looks of it. Or maybe not. The Stalker pops out at just the right time here. The Reaper takes some fire, and the second Stalker will follow that one up. Now making his way into the base. The reactor has finished. 2 Marines at a time here. The bunker's not going to finish. SCBs are being pulled off the line here, and there are enough SCBs.
He's trying to get us around.
Oh, he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. He's going to be able to surround the Zealot, of course, but he knows that's going to happen.
But look at this Reaper. Polt is counterattacking the main base. Naniwa doesn't have any units there, but he's going to be having a mothership core soon. Polt, can he micro well enough? He's trying to get that bunker done. He's trying to get the Marines out. And it looks like the bunker's done. He needs to get in there, and he gets in there. And in the meantime, the Reaper has begun to pick away at probes in the main base of Naniwa.
Chrono boost is on for the mothership core. It should be out momentarily. The 2 Stalkers have somehow made their way. They just walked past the bunker. There weren't enough units in the bunker to stop that from happening. Now the mothership core is out. The Reaper will be driven away. And the Stalkers are having a field day in the main base, but they're not getting out.
Well, it's unclear if this is better for Naniwa or better for Polt. Naniwa's trying to get a good angle, trying to get a good surround. Ooh. He does have an engineering bay. Oh no, the Reapers fall. He does have an engineering bay at the natural expansion, so that does mean that Naniwa, it can't quite just straight expand, and Naniwa has 700 minerals in the bank.
He's trying to get out of there with a Stalker, and it's blocked up. Polt, you beast! Nicely maneuvered right there. Blocks the Stalker from leaving, but the amount of damage, 7 workers killed there by Naniwa, only a single worker killed by Polt. A lot of disruption to the build of Naniwa. 3 more gateways coming down.
Well, Naniwa is just going to go 3-gate expand in the unit count, 25 to 18. Polt actually has to do some big magic real fast. And look at that, another gateway going down. Oh, no, never mind. I completely lied, Total Biscuit, but still. This is exactly what Naniwa needs to do. He's going to begin stockpiling a lot of sentries. He needs to get down his Nexus so fast because that is going to be the big defensive tool.
Yeah, Marines are now rolling out across the map, maybe hoping to catch that mothership core and delay that expansion once again. As we said, Polt's build was disrupted significantly by that harassment. A lot of buildings taken out, more to the point, just delayed.
Yeah.
SCVs picked off, so everything was a bit slower there for Polt.
But now in this position, Naniwa sees exactly what he needs to warp in. He's going to get 3 Stalkers right away. No, he's not. He's going to get 1 Stalker because Polt killed off the pylon at the perfect time. He's supply blocked.
That was a beautiful move right there by Polt, and that is going to be a cancellation on that Nexus. He's not going to be able to hold it. He knows it, and now he's pulling back, and suddenly things going wrong here for Naniwa. An excellent decision-making for Polt. Polt's going into the base. There are now 3 Stalkers. The Mothership Core is available as well.
He's going to target the charge.
All right.
How
much damage can he do?
So good by Polt in this position. Try to pick off as many probes as he can. 23 to 22 right now.
Yep, he actually got 7 workers in total out of that. Cheeky little play there. Of course, the gateway was not killed off. Now, Polt has got to realize that he saw a probe coming from that direction. Oh, he's repowered it. Yeah, he realizes immediately. He's going to head up there. He will spot the pylon going down, and that will be a cancellation. Yeah, kind of a shame, really, that happened. But he's able to get the warp in. Wow, if he saves this pylon, it would be amazing. But with that many units coming in, that will not happen. But he will be able to catch that force out, kill a couple of extra units, and start to apply some pressure. The bunker is down, however. Let's see what he can do. 3 Stalkers, Zealot at the front, taken out almost immediately. He will have to back off. Great hold by Polt.
All right, now the question is, what happens now? This was a crazy opening game. Polt's tech is way behind. Everything is way behind.
Yep.
So, in fact, Polt is just so confused. He just says, well, I need a scan because if there's an expand going down, then I have a little bit of comfort. I don't have to build that many bunkers. So, indeed, the bunker at the natural ramp was salvaged, factoring incoming, and blink play for Naniwa. He knows that it's going to be low econ, so he's just going to try to use maneuverability with these Stalkers to get ahead. If
that gateway actually ends up becoming a story in this matchup, no. Polt's not going to leave that there. He's got the units now where he can just safely go out and kill it off. It wouldn't be the first time we've seen a proxy building repowered and then used to win a game. One way or the other, a little bit of a weird standoff going on between these two guys. The blink play coming in from Naniwa, but as you said, the openings were just so strange from both sides that this is by no means a normal game.
Robo Bay coming up. Blink Stalkers and Colossus always work well together in general. So he's going to begin building up the Stalkers and doing some harass to keep back Polt while he can begin getting the Colossus up. But we're not seeing any Stalkers get re-added quite yet from Naniwa.
No combat shields from Polt either. He was able to get Stim out. He doesn't actually have any medevacs, so he's going to use that very, very sparingly indeed. No concussive shell either, so he's got to be careful. I mean, running up against a Nexus, if a planetary Nexus is available, which it is, could be dangerous. He's going to go for it anyway.
Oh no, there's the stim, so it's going to be some nice force fields from Naniwa to try to just keep this back. This is a dicey choice from Polt. I don't think this is going to work at all. Oh my God.
It's so low, he might get it. He may very well get it. No! 89 HP remains. The probes, the saviors of the day, and great force fields. And that was a lot of units dedicated to nothing in particular. And now Naniwa takes a big swing supply lead.
68 to 60. Combat shields starting now. Combat shields are on the blink vulnerable side, but it looks like Naniwa is just getting blink for defense. There's the range coming up, so kind of an unusual mixture that we're seeing right now from both players. Both players saying, you know, I don't really know what you're up to, but I definitely can't play long term. We're seeing the upgrades, like the +1 attack from Polt delayed, and we're seeing 2 barracks before a 3rd command center. From Naniwa, we aren't seeing any forges. We're seeing the range upgrade, more Stalkers, more Colossus, instead of any long-term focus. Really, it's just going to come down to some big mid-game battles. This is going to be a very, very tense, very unusual-looking game.
Indeed it is. Drop play now coming in here from Polt. He is on the way. However, there are Stalkers already in place to intercept this. Blink is, of course, finished. Potentially disastrous for Polt if Naniwa is able to catch those medevacs very early. Shut one down maybe before drops even begin. This is a big investment from Polt in this position. I mean, that's half his army in those medevacs. In fact, more than half his army. The Stalkers are... Polt so on the ball with that. Knows how important this is.
Snap reaction, thinking, well, maybe I can pick off at the front. Got to be so careful there, too, because look at this huge army from Naniwa.
Oh, it's getting scary, man. It really is. With the Colossus in play, Extended Thermal Lance, and there's already 2 Colossus. Extended Thermal Lance is about to complete. There's still enough energy I mean, I have to wonder if he wants to pick off that Nexus. I think he might. He might want to stim in and get it. He needs force fields right now. Needs force fields right now. The slowdown comes in fact. Nice. Time Warp is able to delay that, push it back. That was dicey.
Well, I think the real danger is going to be coming up for Polt. 7 gateways done. Not a forge in sight. And Naniwa spots that third. Instantly plants down the pylon. Naniwa wanted to end this game quick with a proxy gateway. It looks like he wants to end it quick with 7 gate blood.
Great build for this particular position and the weirdness of this game. 3 Colossus. The Vikings are only just now in production. It is a Marauder-heavy army he's going up against. That at least is something in the favor of Polt. But this is a flank going on right here. These units caught out of position. Colossus need to be careful. Naniwa a bit slow there. No. Great pick-off by Polt. Uncharacteristic slip up in the control there. That blunts this attack. You know, that is 1 out of 3 of those Colossus. And already
Naniwa has to be so careful. Oh no, he loses the second one. Naniwa just hitting 1A and not realizing that his units are splitting up around this angle, is just blinking directly underneath. He will murder all of Polt's units, but
there's now only 1 Colossus and there's already 4 Vikings on the field. This is way less of a scary push, but if the medevacs get picked up, this could be a different story entirely. There's 2 more trying desperately to get away. Boost will be prepared almost immediately. The third base now being lifted back to the main. This is still a dangerous push, but with only 1 Colossus, this is a little bit more difficult to call.
It's going to come down to that Colossus range. Naniwa's going to have to do this very conservatively. He can't go in. He doesn't have sentries. He doesn't have zealots. Oh no, is he going to do what I think he's going to do? He can blink.
Whoa,
oh my God!
Blink. What a risky play. Gutsy, here he goes. Going on all the way on top of that army. The Colossus immediately falls, but there are not enough Blink Stalkers to deal with that. That was a risk.
GG!
Too much of a risk. Naniwa rolls the dice and it does not come up the way that he wanted it to. Blinking directly on top of that army, and of course those control mistakes before the engagement almost sealing the deal, forcing Naniwa into that all-or-nothing position.
Oh, Naniwa could have won that game.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, the simplest of seeming errors, the most minute of nuance that could only really happen on that map. Just saying, okay, units go to his base, and then they split up around. Look at this.
Yeah.
If we just pause right here, we can see where all of his units are. They're wrapping all around various sides. There goes the sentries falling down.
Stalker's not in position. The Colossus caught at the front. 2 taken out almost immediately. A nice blink on top of the army with the force fields, but too little, too late.
Yeah.
Significant damage. In fact, at that point, Polt had equal army supply after taking the Colossi down. That would not have been the case had he not been able to pick them off.
With Polt at 3-1, it means that he is 1 game away from advancing to the grand finals of the MLG 2013 Spring Championships. Can he do it next?